Two old people on the couch here. I'd like to welcome you and thank you for viewing the video. It is Start Up Monday, and I am Debbie, and this is Mark, and man, I'm tired.
Yeah, you're acting like you don't even want to do this show ever again. And it really gets on. Like that Indian? That's
It
all the
makes you
trash.
cry. I know, it makes you cry. But I work very hard.
I know you do. I work hard too, but I enjoy this time together with you. So we should get, let's talk about something else.
Let's talk about something else. What do you got going on?
I thought we had a great Grumpy Grandpa Patriot show that I love to do still. All right, so we had Whiskey and Sunshine off grid.
Yes.
Scott and Shelley as guests, over, right?
Yes.
And he mentioned Billy Jack smacking a guy up on, portraying that, telling the guy, hey, I'm going to take this right foot. I'm going to smack you in the head with it, right? And Billy Jack then did that.
Yes.
And we were just saying how people have to project what they're doing before they do it, right? And he used that, but I'm not. That must have been just a smidge before my time, and it didn't rerun or anything because I don't remember Billy Jack too much. The guy was a badass. He was boy, and you know how I know?
Because it came popping up on your YouTube.
I'm sitting there and I'm going through my stuff. And I'm like, well, this is an interesting looking fellow. And it says something like Town Square Fight.
Yes.
I was like, I'm gonna watch this just to see what it is, right?
Yeah.
And it was Billy Jack smacking a guy.
Yeah.
The exact same thing that he said. That clip. So look up Billy Jack Town Square Fight or right side kick, whatever. Mine said, and it was that.
Do you know what that means?
They listen to.
It means that your tablet is listening to
every last thing.
24/7.
Either they heard us talking about it, right? Or whenever they were doing our, closed captioning.
Yes.
It got that. I thought that was freaky.
That is freaky.
And then it reminded me of a story. I might have told it on air before, but he was surrounded. Like all these people started coming. He was like, "Oh, this is trouble," right?
Yeah.
So. Same thing happened to me. I was at the pool at this condo.
You've told the story.
I'm going to tell it again. And these kids were messing around the pool. And so I yanked the hose off for the lady to be able to use, right? And the kids started telling me they were going to kick my ass, right? So I said, all right, let's bring it on. So I started running around the pool. And as they try to get out, I was like, come on, we're going to do this, and everything. But they kept on swimming to the other side. They finally got out and ran away, and I couldn't get them, right? So as they ran out, meanwhile, my dad didn't see any of it. He come down. He's an old man. He's like 70. He's reading the book. He's like, do. And then I see those two coming, and it was like 6 or 8. But let's go with 8 because it would sound better, okay? Let's say there was 8. So the 2 boys got their friends. And they started coming. They were like high school, college age kids, right?
Yeah. And
they started coming, up the way. And I was like, oh, crap, Dad, these guys are coming to kick my ass, right? And my dad didn't think two seconds of it. He puts down the book. And we start walking. And same thing, man. We got out beside the pool was this grassy area, right? And we started walking towards them. They were walking towards us. And we stopped. They surrounded us, right? They surrounded us. They wanted to, and they were. And then meanwhile, my dad, ex-Marine, World War II.
Some old man's ass.
Listen to me.
These kids.
Well, my ass. They wanted me.
Well, yeah, but
stand by. Let me just finish the story.
This is the stupidest story. Your dad.
It's true. So they surround us, right? So ex-Marine, World War II, jungle. Trained in jungle, hand-to-hand combat warfare. You do not want to mess with this little guy, right? He wasn't big, but boy, he was an ex-Marine. He was a scary fella.
Okay.
So he starts giving his speech. Like, the first one, you might, the third or fourth one in might, get the best, might get to me or something like that. But the first one or two, I'm going to gouge your eyes out. I'm going to rip your ears off of your skull and all this stuff, right? And he's facing those guys, and I'm facing this way. I'm like, ooh, that sounds good, Dad. You know, that's pretty, I'm scared. And then he's like, my son's going to do the same for the first two. And then, you know, so who's it going to be? Who wants their eyes gouged out and their ears ripped off of their head? And I was like, I wouldn't want to be the first one, you know. I was looking at those guys. I wouldn't be the first one, you know.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, while he's giving the speech, the lady that I helped called the police.
Mm-hmm.
They ran down to, you know, the police. They started hearing the sirens coming, or condo security. I don't know what, but they started hearing the sirens, and the kids went whoosh. So nobody got kicked in the head on the right side of the head or anything.
Well, good.
Because my old man scared the ever living. See, that's a good tactic, people. Listen to me. Don't ever be afraid, and sound crazy as you can possibly be, and you might avoid having to right kick somebody in the head.
Yeah.
Boy, that you went long on that story.
I did.
You got a little windy.
Okay.
What
let's
else?
go out to furry friends,
All right.
please.
Furry friends, let's all get to those furry friends.
All right. So we have, this is Siamese, which is a Siamese cat, sent in by Joy.
Oh, hold on. Let me get this out here. Sent in by
And
Joy.
And Joy has a channel.
They have a channel.
And her channel is
Nope.
Joy.
Oh, we got to do it again.
Bless life.
Furry friends, let's all get to those furry friends.
All right. So that now my thing's sideways and something is going on here. All right.
It's T-shirt Tuesday on Friday.
All right.
Furry friends,
This is the second show in a row that I've totally botched this all up. I think I know what I'm doing wrong.
There we go. YouTube channel, Joy Bless Life.
Karen, you got to work
really
on this.
messing up.
You got the buttons all messed up.
Yeah.
We need you to straighten that out for the next show.
Yeah, she really does need to work
Has she
on that.
been out with Clay at all?
No, and I need to check the P.O. Box, so
All right.
I'll do that before Wednesday.
Oh, that's
'cause
right.
I have nothing else that I do.
You
all
haven't
day.
checked in.
No.
Yeah, you know, everybody tell her after a hard day's work, get your butt over to the
So
thing.
this
Okay.
is an adorable Siamese cat. Named
Sent in by
Siamese,
Joy.
Sent in by Joy with Joy Blessed Life, and it's asleep right there.
Aw,
Joy was taking a nap, and it curled up right with her and took a nap with her, and so
that's a
there
beautiful
you
cat.
go. It is a
And
beautiful cat.
Our cat, since the dog, which is weird, but since the dog has passed away, it sleeps with me now.
Yeah,
And so
it does.
I totally understand. They want a buddy,
Yeah,
and you know, it was the dog for the longest time, but once it passed away, it's like now my buddy.
yeah, it
And
is.
it sleeps with me.
Well, we also, our cat disappeared.
The
while we were
other
on
cat
vacation.
disappeared that it had to keep ornery with to keep in its place. That
Yeah,
and the dog pretty
Right.
much went near the same time.
yeah.
So, yeah.
So anyway.
Thank you, Joy.
Thank you.
And-
And you can send your
Yeah.
furry friends into
That's
twooldpeopleonacouch
only
at
if
gmail.com.
you want to keep doing the show. Please, people.
Stop
We
with
need
the
to
whole...
get her to get jazzed
I'm
about
exhausted.
two old people on the couch. She's. You got to bring positive energy to the show.
I've been very positive
Okay,
this
let's
whole
go.
show. So
All
let's
right.
just go. All right, let's get out to the news.
All
Okay.
right.
So we have
Oh, my
some
goodness.
weird crap going on. So we have Dog
I
the
don't know.
Bounty Hunter. He thought he needed to get involved in trying to figure out
Yeah.
where this Brian dude is. So he went to
I don't
their
know.
home and is knocking on the door. And he's from
Hawaii.
Hawaii. And what's he doing in Florida?
It's all.
And
this-
so,
It's.
yeah,
You know, he's a bounty hunter.
he just wanted
They're
his
looking-
5 minutes of fame.
Listen, dog. There's thousands of people missing across the whole United States.
Yeah, find them.
Find them. You
Mhm.
just wanted to get relevant again.
Yes. So
I don't know.
he's like at their house,
You know what, though?
talking to
Watch.
the neighbor, everything else. So
Nobody's
it's
gonna
just
talk
crazy.
because they're not yet.
Yes.
They're not being. They
The
didn't
parents.
skip bail.
Yeah.
This guy just finds people that skip,
Skip
bail.
bail. hmm
But whatever,
Okay.
So,
so-
but if he finds them and can do something bad, I'll be like, all right,
All right.
it did work.
Dog the
But,
Bounty Hunter found him.
but he's just
Maybe he
looking-
needs to go to the swamp or whatever.
I
or
don't know. He
maybe
doesn't need to be
He doesn't need
involved,
involved
in
with
this.
this whole story. So anyway, I thought that was funny.
So go
I-
watch Dog the
It's-
Bounty Hunter
yeah.
and give him
Banging
some
on the
more
door.
fame.
Yeah.
There you go.
Mhm. There you go. Okay, and then we have 2 men that are charged with stealing $550,000 from airlines in lost luggage scam. So somehow they did this scam.
Yeah.
I don't know how they did it, if they kept buying different tickets and then they kept saying their luggage
There's
was.
something about that, and then whenever it all gets lost, then they
Yeah.
sell it all off, and
Yeah.
I think something like this has happened in the past,
Okay.
but I don't know if they're getting it out of the suitcases while it's going down the line,
Oh.
or it's after it goes to this place and they sell it off, and then they're pocketing the money after they sell it off. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is why, again,
Strange.
Yeah.
Strange story to me.
yeah.
So-
Okay, so somebody stole something
Mhm.
and they got in trouble.
Yes. But it's a strange kind
Yeah.
of scammer.
We should
type thing.
talk to Eric with
Mhm.
Greenhorn 1 Acre,
Yeah.
because he's in the industry.
Uh-huh.
He
He
would
could-
know.
Yeah.
Maybe I could get him on as a
Okay.
guest on
Alright.
Grumpy Grandpa Patriot Show,
Mhm.
and we can discuss.
The lost
I don't know. Well, we
Yeah.
probably can't discuss that
Mhm.
because that would get him in trouble.
Yeah.
So we'll just
Yeah.
ask him
Okay.
without
Putting in
divulging that it was him.
him. Okay.
Okay.
We
We'll
will.
just on our next show, whenever we talk about it, it was not Eric that told us.
Okay. Okay.
It was somebody else.
It was somebody else. Okay. So then we have the Taliban foot soldiers. They need to stop having so much fun and taking selfies. The Afghanistan's new defense minister says, because they're going to give up their position and get them in trouble. And so now you have these Taliban soldiers out there taking selfies with their cell phones and giving up their positions and letting people know where they're at, and they're going to get everybody in trouble. So
Well, yeah, they can't be
the
like
times-
us.
the times they are changing. So there you go.
You know, it's like I would like to listen to the music. I can already put a scene right now where they're driving in the boat
Yeah.
and they got their that
Mhm.
Middle East music
Yeah.
going, and they're all just like doing. Maybe they'll do TikTok videos soon.
Maybe
here.
they'll do
They'll
TikTok
break out
videos.
TikTok videos, just like the nurses do.
Yeah.
The tired nurses.
Yeah.
They got enough energy. Like maybe they'll start TikToking.
TikTok and
Send them in. We'll put
Okay.
them up on Two Old People on a Couch.
Yeah. Okay, we can do that. Okay, so then the Democrats prepare for Plan B ahead of unlucky Senate approval to raise the debt ceiling. So they need to come up with a Plan B because they're not going to go with Plan A.
Yeah.
And
Balance.
they need to get the debt ceiling raised, or there's going to be
Balance.
economic catastrophe
Here's an
in
idea.
October.
You spent too much money.
Mhm.
You don't get paid. Go home. We're gonna put in all new people.
And we keep saying August is a horrible month, and then September horrible month,
October.
and then
Yeah.
October all kinds of stuff is going to happen because we're going to have a government
Yeah.
shutdown. We're
Oh,
going to reach.
Did you
the
hear
debt
what's
ceiling,
going on in
we're
New
gonna-
York? Do you have that coming up?
I doubt it. Maybe.
Well, guess
I
what?
don't know.
You
Tell
know,
me.
We said it's going to get nuts balls right here.
Yeah,
Hold on. Let's
nuts
bring it
balls.
up. It's going to get
Mhm.
nuts balls.
Okay.
And now New York, they're about ready to implement the employees having to have it, right?
hmm
And they're going to enforce it, and they're losing half their medical staffs in the
Oh.
hospitals, and it's going to be horrendous.
Oh.
People are going to die because the people that were working through this whole thing that survived
Yes.
this horrible
Yes.
pandemic,
hmm
they worked through the whole thing,
Yeah.
and now they are going
Yeah.
to fire them and let them loose.
Well, so is that
and
just
shortening the staff, and then they're going to blame the unjibby jab. They're
yeah.
going to blame them, even though they want to still work
Yeah.
and help out.
Yeah.
I don't
So,
know. It's getting crazy.
Is it a mandate on everybody in New York, like all
Well,
industries, or just medical industry?
That thing that's over 100, they're going to
They're
they're-
going to implement it.
they're going
'cause
to
I'm wondering
force
what's
it
gonna
in the
happen.
hospital.
Okay, well, because I'm wondering what's going to happen if there's trucking companies that are up there.
And there's other people
Are
now.
they going to
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I would like to get somebody else on as a guest, but then again, I like to get people on a guest that actually don't talk about what they do because it could get them in trouble.
Yeah,
But
we don't want to do that.
at home with Tom and Rhonda, they're breaking out their podcast equipment, so they're gonna start doing podcasts, and he knows stuff, and he's well versed in stuff. But I don't want to get him in trouble.
Yeah.
But I would like to still get them on, and maybe we'll talk about something else.
Sunshines and rainbows?
Sunshines and rainbows.
Okay.
Like maybe barbecuing.
Okay.
They love to barbecue or horses.
Mhm.
They're horse experts.
Yeah.
They barbecue. They're very knowledgeable people. And
Okay.
then Jason Crocker and Danielle,
Yes.
they broke out their
Yeah.
mics, and they've got their show going. So they're gonna have what's it called? Oh shoot!
Crocker's
She always says it.
podcast? I don't know.
It's her
I never
saying.
can remember.
It's on the Neon site.
Yeah.
Hold on, dang! I'll put it in the link down
Yeah.
below.
Okay.
But go check them out. They started their podcast too.
Okay. So, what happens if the U.S. defaults on its debts? What happens then? We don't know exactly. We
It's
don't
never
know
happened before. I don't know.
exactly the ramifications.
They
that's
shut
gonna
down
happen.
all the people
that
take
happens.
all our tax money, and
Yeah.
you know what? I'm saying we come out the other side better.
I don't know.
I do. Listen, boy, they're not.
Scary times.
I don't know, because you got all the lobbyists just taking them. We pay the taxes, then they send it overseas. Then the people overseas gives the politicians kickbacks.
Yes.
For giving them money. They launder it. They don't just give it to them. That they launder it. They're going to get a certain percentage of what they send overseas. We know what goes on. Don't act like it doesn't, people. We know what happens. And so we just start giving money away and giving money away. Maybe if we can't pay the bills and everything, maybe it'll stop. And we should have taxation without representation.
Without representation?
Taxation with
representation.
Maybe that's what. Maybe they got it wrong. Maybe they thought, they read it wrong, and they said taxation without representation, and they've been doing it all wrong all these years.
All these years. Okay. So, expect catastrophe. What is that word?
Cataclysmic.
Cataclysmic.
It means very bad.
Yeah, very bad. That's why I was thinking it was a different word, but it wasn't. Impact on Social Security, child care credit if debt ceiling isn't raised. So now they're threatening the little people. Yeah, they're saying it's going to be worse for us or the people that the poorer people.
Listen,
or the people on Social Security that have already done their time.
Listen,
and paid into Social Security.
We paid it.
Yes.
It was not supposed to be at first used for anything else but to come back to us. Now, so all I'm saying is, and they said it was a great thing. We have to do this because we're not responsible enough to handle our own money.
Yeah.
So now you're going to tell me I gave you my money
to keep it safe,
to handle it better, and you squandered it all away.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they did.
Yes.
I'm tired of it. What else can you do? And some people can't. I can. I can be responsible. So just give me exactly what I've given you. No interest even. I don't care. Give me that money back. Then you can just cancel Social Security. But I want my money that I paid into it.
Okay.
For you to give back to me.
Then BP says that nearly a third of its UK fuel stations are running on empty. So there's a fuel crisis going on in the UK.
It's coming to here in the near future, probably.
So it says the fuel pan comes as Britain faces several crises. An international gas price surge that has forced energy firms out of business, a related shortage on carbon dioxide that threatens to derail meat production, and a shortage of truck drivers that is playing havoc with retailers and leaving some shelves bare.
That doesn't even make sense, the one part where it says, hold on, a related shortage of carbon dioxide that threatens to derail meat production. How does carbon dioxide have to do with anything?
Is that
Carbon
because
dioxide
they're-
is what comes out of the cars. So if we need more, they should get the cars going. Or is it a shortage of the carbon tax?
Is it because of the taxes
I'm
on
sure
the
it is.
carbon?
Yeah, but,
because they've already
boy, you know,
they've already bought into
wouldn't
the
that
whole...
be a hoot if that was true and we did have a shortage of carbon dioxide and then the politicians said, we need you to get bigger cars. We need you to just start driving across the country. We're going to lower the gas
they're
price.
farther along.
Let's
in the
get it out there.
The whole
yeah.
Great Reset than we
Yeah,
are.
that would be-
That's why.
You know, now that would be like crazy news fun. Like I always hear this bizarre, you know, news that I know what they're doing with the CC, the climate, you know, thing and everything. And it's just like, it never is better. There's more rules, more regulations, blah, 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 blah. It would be nice to one day to say, you know, guys, we've done regulated the crap out of ourselves. We're backing off a couple.
Yeah.
And I'd wake up and go, what? We're back. You know, it happened maybe for a smidge of a time back a couple years ago, and I expected it though with that person. But it would just be a breath of fresh air to hear, like, you know, we're putting the diving boards back in the pools, and you know, all the Sue Happy people just, you know, go away and let's have some fun again and let the kids dive off and dive.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna have that one stupid kid that boing and then boom hits the cement somehow.
Okay.
You know, I don't even know how that's possible, but it's going to happen. Just let that happen. Say, man, kid, jump in the water.
Okay. Then, last but not least, Social Security runs out. What the program will look like in 2035.
That's when we're going to retire.
It's going to run out in 2035. We will be 70.
Yeah, that's when we're going to retire. I hope to be gone about 65. I've been saying that since, you know, a long time ago. I say prayers.
Yeah.
I say, God, keep me healthy so I can keep working and provide. I don't want people to have to take care of me, right?
Yeah.
So I keep saying, you know, keep me healthy, keep me going like crazy. But I don't want to get old. I don't want one person to have to, I get old. You know, people have to wipe your, do crazy stuff these old people have to go through, and I don't want to go through it. I just want to be like, hoo hoo hee hee, and then boom, and then I don't want everybody to be happy. I want everybody to say, well, he got his way. He was like working really hard, boom, and he just had a massive, and I'll be okay with that. People are scared of that. I'm like, I embrace that.
All right, so
what
let's get out of here.
Do you want to live to be old, or do you
No, because I think that we're about to hit really hard economic times.
It's going to get rough out there,
and
the fun's going to be gone, and we're not going to be able to travel.
You're not going to recognize
our dollar
America.
is going to be worth crap, anyways. Even if we did get Social Security, the dollar value, because of inflation, is going to be meaningless, and we're all just going to be trying to beg for a little bean over there, like. And we'll walk around.
Let's get out of here. All right.
65.
Okay.
Put down below. Do you want to just live crazy old? Do you want to go out quick? Do you want to go out slow and have your family take care? Write down below. Did you just yawn on our show?
Just yawn on our show.
All right. Well, let's get out of here.
All right. So until next time, remember, do your own research and be prepared.